In the early morning hours of November 20, Matthew Miracle was recovering in the hospital after he was robbed by three armed suspects who broke into a San Antonio home, authorities said. The suspects repeatedly struck Miracle and used duct tape to cover his mouth and eyes and restrain his wrists and ankles. He was later dropped off in a ditch before he walked to a convenience store to get help, he reportedly told police. Police records obtained by Myza.com show investigators believe the home invasion was part of a larger feud between rival gangs, dating as far back as September, that resulted in the death of 10-year-old Delilah Hernandez on Thanksgiving Day. Police believe Delilah's older brother, Nathaniel Vega, was the intended target of the shooting. San Antonio Police Department Chief William McManus talked about the arrest of Cody Gann, 18, and Jasmine Carey, 19. Gann is accused of murder in the Thanksgiving Day shooting death of 10-year-old Delilah Hernandez. Police arrested two people Thursday night in connection to the killing, Cody Gann, 18, and Carey, 19. Gann was charged with murder while Carey, at whose home Miracle was attacked, faces a charge of evading arrest. An ongoing rivalry. Records show Miracle had an idea of who was responsible for the robbery, 4 days before Delilah's death, but he refused to tell police and refused to press charges. He allegedly told police he would take care of matters himself. 2 days later, someone fired shots at Carey's home, authorities said. San Antonio police don't know how far back the feud stems, Officer Douglas Green said, mainly because gang members tend not to report crimes. It's hard to put a number on how long this has been going on, Green said. But the conflict apparently extends at least as far back as September 1, when Gann's home was the target of a drive-by shooting. His father reportedly told police he believed Vega was connected to the crime. Although the motive behind the September 1 shooting is unclear, the arrest affidavit notes Vega and Carey were previously romantically linked. Carey is apparently currently romantically involved with Gann. Castle Hills Police Captain Johnny Siemens on Friday described Gann and Vega as archenemies. Gann and Carey were in her home at the time of the November 22 drive-by, but neither called police, according to the report. The shooting was only discovered as police were following leads in Delilah's case, the report states. Police haven't named any suspects in the shooting, but a witness told police Carey had called her after the November 22 shooting and said she believed it was retaliation for the robbery of Miracle, authorities said. 2 days later, police say, Gann fired the shot that struck and killed Delilah while she slept in her home in the 100 block of Harwood Drive. Thanksgiving Day killing. An anonymous caller reached police the afternoon of November 24, after Delilah was killed, and said Gann and Carey were responsible for killing the girl. The caller indicated the shooting was retaliation, according to the affidavit. The caller also said everybody knew that Nathaniel Vega had done recent drive-by shootings at the homes of the couple. Vega, who is a documented Bloods gang member, told police Gann messaged him on the night leading up to his sister's death saying, "Today's the day." Surveillance video recorded on the day Delilah was killed showed an SUV traveling east at a high rate of speed after the shooting. Investigators determined the vehicle was the same Nissan Murano that the couple drove around during the week of the shooting, according to the affidavit. Police found a spent shell casing in the vehicle that matched the casings on the scene of the Thanksgiving Day shooting, authorities said. Jennifer Martinez, Delilah's aunt, reacted to the arrest Friday morning. "They don't need to receive the death penalty. They need to spend the rest of their lives in prison so they can live for what they did to Delilah," Martinez said. "We're happy they were caught, but it doesn't bring back Delilah, does it?" Gann's family denies allegations. Gann and his family denied the accusations. A woman who identified herself as his mother but asked not to be named said she was heartbroken to learn about Delilah's death, but blamed it on Vega. "My heart bleeds for the family," she said. "But her brother caused her death." She also said her son isn't the type to commit a drive-by shooting. "He's always put people down that do drive-bys like that," she said. He'd say innocent people always get hurt that way. He'd say if you want to end something, you meet a man face to face and fight it out. As Gan was escorted to a police vehicle after his arrest, he said, "I'm not gonna say anything. I want my lawyer." He was released from jail on Friday at 12:35 p.m. after paying a portion of his $250,000 bond set by Judge Lori Crockett. Carey was also released at 3:55 p.m. A judge had set her bond at $50,000. The woman claimed Vega had constantly threatened and harassed Gan. Gan didn't want any trouble, she said, and even went as far as to change his number. "The truth will come out," she said. "It's just unfortunate that it costs what it takes to prove it."